Hi, Taurus. Welcome back. Woo! You already got a card out. All right. Welcome to your blah, blah. Let me start again. Taurus, welcome to your really? Taurus, welcome to your you versus them reading. Sorry about that. Should I edit that? No, I'm gonna leave it. This is your you versus them reading, Taurus. I'm gonna go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right. So as I was preparing for the reading, before I got my words all jumbled, I was getting a song and he says, it's just like music. It's just like music. And so then when I sat in the meditation, I was seeing like a satellite dish. Okay, so some of you still have a satellite dish. I don't know. Maybe you like that song. Maybe you're hearing that song. But symbolically speaking, right, no matter if that part resonates or not, it's just like music. How things come to you within your love life is same and similar to how you dial in a radio to get the music that you want, right? And so wherever you have your dial set is what you receive. And that's true on a vibrational level. Wherever, Taurus, you have your primary vibration set, which is determined by your thoughts and your emotions, which equal your mood, that determines on who and what you're going to attract out of this person or other people. All right, so that message coming in super clear, okay? And let's get into the cards and see. Oh, and also, sorry, I got one other image. I saw the sign of Scorpio. Now, some of you could have that in your chart or dealing with the Scorpio, FYI. But I also have the 11th house, which is Aquarian energy. Those could also be placements in your chart or just influencing your overall vibe right now. Okay. So the 11th house is all about friendship, group creativity, community, humanity, your hope, your tribe, your people, your soul group. It can be an experimental type of energy. It's definitely a bit quirky and out of the box. So that could be how you're feeling, Taurus, or that could be, who you're attracting to you right now, okay? Or this person's energy as well. So let's see. So, Knight of Cups here in your overall energy, and then this person has two cards, the Sun and the Seven of Wands, Leo energy for some of you. So this card combination is powerful, Taurus, because this is about spirituality and thinking outside of the box, opening up your mind to new ways of thinking, new ways of learning. We're constantly learning throughout our entire life, right? There's never a point where we stop learning about self, okay, all the way to the end, right? So it's like being in that space, right, of being open to that, or spirit calling you in that direction towards your more spiritual, your more ethereal self, being able to kind of think outside of the box of what you would normally think or what you would normally do, okay? This person is in the Sun card and the Seven of Wands. So this person is, it's like they have this happy energy, right? But then there's some sort of challenge here, or perceived challenge. It could be that like this person is happy for challenges. As crazy as that sounds, like some people love a good challenge. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like maybe this is a personality type that just loves a good challenge. However, the byproduct of loving a good challenge is then you attract a lot of challenges into your life, because you're essentially saying to the universe, I like that, give me more. And so like caution to your cross watcher about making that a norm, okay, as they may continually be presented challenges because of that. But I'm getting the words like nothing gonna stand in my way. So I feel very strong-willed energy coming off the cards. I can't tell if that's you or them, but it's like, who did I get that song for? Can nobody take my pride? Can nobody hold me down? Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Does anybody remember? It was either Aquarius or Gemini. Check out that reading if you have that in your chart. Anyway, so let's go into the recent past and see what led up to this, Taurus. And then we'll look at your perception of each other, how you're seeing each other, how you genuinely feel underneath it all, your hopes, and most likely future outcomes. Taurus. So, recent past energy. Two of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles. I feel like, okay, I don't believe in coincidences, and I was like, I could not get my words together at the beginning of this reading, which I hope you found humorous. But some of you, it's like my mind is going everywhere. My mind feels so scattered right now. I don't know if you're feeling that, Taurus, where like your mind just seems all over the place. You know, or if that's how it's been feeling leading up to the now moment. But there's a bit of like a scatterbrained energy here. And it could be the person you're connecting with, but I'm feeling it on your side. Two of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Man, these cards, here it is. Ten of Swords in the reverse. Okay, I could see why maybe there was that fumble there. It's like fumbling, feeling like you're fumbling, feeling like you're tumbling, you know, like that type of energy. And then all of a sudden I got to put your money where your mouth is. I don't know why. Take it or leave it. This is unsettling energy to me. Okay, so some of you could have just felt like out of sorts, a little unsettled, you know, like you're fumbling your words maybe, or like things felt like having trouble keeping your attention, things of that nature, right? And this could be why you're being called towards the spiritual 11th house type of energy to kind of transcend above whatever this is that you have going on in the 3D that seems a bit messy to me. Because it's kind of obstructing your view. It's obstructing your clarity as well. Okay, and kind of preventing you from moving forward, or at least it has in the recent past. And it's like coming to this awareness, Taurus, that in order to move forward, you kind of got to let go of the need to know something, or of the need to control possibly, which is a fixed sign like Taurus that can be hard to do, right? And I feel you because I'm a fixed sign as well. But it's like you hold the keys to getting yourself out of this very exhaustive energy by not letting other people's problems be your problems. I do find like Taurus, you're one of those zodiac signs, right? That you love to help. You love to help. You like to be there for people. But there's a point in time where you have to realize that people will change when they want to change. And that, you know, especially if you're an empathic Taurus, that if you start absorbing all of their issues, it doesn't help. It just brings you down as well. So it's like some of you were trying to lend a helpful hand, but then it ended up draining your energy, okay? So it's kind of like taking your power back is where I'm feeling this being guided to. So let's see what's going on in this person's energy. I saw that song in my head. Just like music. Death and Rebirth card. Ace of Pentacles, Judgment in the reverse. And the Page of Swords. So, this person in the recent past, they've had trouble making some decisions, okay? They may have like went back to the drawing board on something here. This person is, they have the capacity to see the good in things or see the potential. It's like this person has growth potential, or they can see that, you know, in situations or in others. But then because they have a hard time making decisions, or because they have a hard time maybe letting go of something, they constantly find themselves back at the drawing board. So it's like this person kind of, in a way, creates their own challenges by their own inability to make a decision, or like this indecisive energy, or at least that's what they've done in the past. It's like, wow, this person sees the potential, okay, and yet they can't let go. Sorry. I was getting a song lyric in. I can't pretend. I don't know why I'm all of a sudden so stuck on this person's energy. Maybe some of you have felt stuck on this person, or they're stuck. I don't have any cards that would insinuate that, but it's like, all of a sudden, I got really stuck on this person. Interesting. So let's look at perception and how you see each other. And keep in mind that perception is in the eye of the beholder, so it may be your truth, but it may not be how this person sees it, but we'll start there, all right? Perception. Page of Swords. Oh my gosh, the Seven of Swords. Yeah. All of these cards in the reverse. Ten of Wands, Knight of Cups in the reverse, Ace of Swords in the reverse. So, wow. This is probably the most interesting reading I've done so far, and I've had some doozies here. It is, they keep giving me this song, Three Little Birds Outside My Window. That's all I'm getting. Okay, so take it as it resonates. Holy shnikes, Taurus. There is some major trust issues showing up, or deception, or maybe stalking behavior. I don't know if that's coming from you, someone outside of the connection, this person. You would know, right? You would know if you were like heavily watching someone on social media, checking on them, you know, or someone checking on you, that type of stuff. And I don't usually get into that in my readings because I don't want to make anybody paranoid, right? But there is a bit of paranoia around this, I feel, in the reading. And then, so you have the Ten of Wands in the reverse, which is kind of unloading. Then the Knight of Cups in the reverse, which would be, you know, unloading emotion, but yet not able to communicate, not having the ability to do so, or the desire to do so. Some of you, oh, I know what this is. Some of you, it's like you got information through other means, and it's like you know something and you want to unload it. You want to say what you know, but you can't, because then you would have to say where you found it, which is always the tricky thing about going about things in an underhanded way, right? Or spying or stalking and stuff. And if this isn't you, don't make it apply when it doesn't apply. It could also be that this person you're dealing with is doing that. Like they're like searching, on the DL, they're looking into things and like they found something, but they can't say anything because then they would have to admit how they found out. It's like that. It's like, I don't care which side it applies to. All right. And I just got this song in the Cancerian reading. She says, when you do me like that, I only get stronger. It's B. Miller. So, wow. You may see this person as someone you can't trust. So you don't, okay, sorry. If it's not that, then it is, you don't trust something about this person, and so you choose to keep your emotions to yourself. So maybe there's not the stalking whatever going on for a few of you. It's just more so this energy of like, I don't trust you, so I'm not going to tell you how I feel, even though I really want to. I'm not going to. Like that type of vibe. No wonder I got all weird and like tripping over my words at the beginning, because this is enough energy to block that throat chakra. Okay? And so some of y'all are needing, to tap into your spiritual guidance so that you can rise above this really messy circumstance or situation to see what the right thing to do is. So I get it. Let's see this person's perception of the connection. What's going on in their headspace? Taurus. The World. Oh my gosh. No way. It's the Seven of Swords. Twice. You had the Seven of Swords here. If I get the Page of Swords, I'm going to fall out of my chair. All right. 10 of Wands in the reverse. No way. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. I'm so extra right now. You got the 10 of Wands in reverse. You get one more card. The Magician and the 9 of Wands. So there's like a repetitive pattern going on here within the connection. Wow. Okay. So Taurus, this person is definitely, it's like chasing their tail. Like there's a repeated pattern going on within this person. And again, the Seven of Swords, which is kind of like sneaky, behind the scenes, stalking, deceptive type of energy going on. Okay. Whether that's from you, from them, or from the both of you. Like this person also wanting to unload, But instead of doing that, what they're trying to do is to like get you, manipulate the situation, like they're wanting to manifest something, but at the same time, they're pushing what they want away through their thoughts, the way they're thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I want something, I want you to come to me, but I'm going to act like I don't want you. Well, that ain't how it works. Like law of attraction is not going to give them the results that they want by contradicting their own desire like that. So, and it could be you doing that. I don't know how many times I could say this could be interchangeable, but it's like, it's like they're saying one thing. I mean, it may not be exactly what the example I gave. It's just this essence of like this person is saying one thing when they mean another. Like they're saying, I'm happy, I'm growing, and I'm over something, or I've done something, I'm feeling good, whatever. I don't care what they're saying. But then the truth is, they Well, see, the truth is that this person might be just trying to fake it till they make it. And I don't want to be so harsh, because sometimes we do got to fake it till we make it. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get rid of this heaviness, but they're kind of going about it in a backwards way. That doesn't seem to be really helping them out at all. And it could be too, Taurus, this person could see you as someone that they don't trust. You know, that they want off their mind, their heart, you know, and they could see you as being guarded and being defensive towards them, which some of you are being guarded and defensive because you don't trust this person. So in a weird way, y'all are projecting, mirroring. I don't even know what I'm going to call this reading. Let's go to the emotional space and see what's going on in the emotional space. Wow, the World card. A lot of repetitive energy here. Excuse me. Page of Pentacles. The Two of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles. Wow. So this is so interesting. On an emotional level, the World card and the Page of Pentacles would denote wrapping up one cycle, a karmic cycle, and having new potential enter your life. Some of you, it is a soulmate, someone that, you know, you feel very connected to, that matches your energy, and some of you might be looking for a partner that is very self-sufficient, someone that you can rely on, but also can take care of themselves. Or maybe that's what you like in this person or in a partner in general, right? It could be that you view this person as a soulmate because you like that about them, or you see they have that potential, right? But you know what they say about falling in love with potential, right? It's just eluding me as to how you could feel someone is your soulmate and yet you don't trust them enough to tell them how you feel. Does that even make sense? That is so contradictory. It could be that some of you have another relationship that feels like a soulmate that you're investing time in, and then there's another person that you don't trust. So, you know, this is so interesting to me. This is like putting a puzzle together. Let me see this person's emotional energy. Then I might break it down a little bit more. As I'm dumbfounded right now. This person's emotions. The Hierophant. Well, you're in their heart. Okay, you're in their feelings. Eight of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. The Lovers. And the Three of Swords. So, emotionally, here you are showing up in their emotions, you know, and if you can look at the card depiction, this person is looking right towards the Taurus energy. So I do feel like this person has their gaze on you, their focus on you. They may want to work on things, or they might be doing some work on themselves as well. That's helping to make them feel reconnected to their own spirit, okay? Especially if they're a spiritual person. This person's back and forth. It's like emotionally, they feel the Lovers, a very, very strong connection, but they also feel hurt. So this is not a black and white situation. There are many layers, it seems, to the situation. There could be interference from other people going on, or it's like Y'all feel a deep connection, but y'all don't trust each other. Like, you know, there's a lot of contradicting energy here. Okay. Yeah, I just noticed I'm like really antsy. I'm like really bothersome is the word that's coming to my mind. Like, this bothers me. Like, some of you might feel like this bothers you. This bot is like bothering you or them. This person I feel is torn right now. Ooh-wee. This is such a specific reading. Please do not make this your reading if it's not resonating with you. I feel like this is one of those readings, like it's all for you or not at all for you. So what is the hopes here? More reversed cards. I have never gotten this many reversed cards and this one's reversed in a reading in a long time. Judgment in reverse. The Chariot in reverse. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. This is a complete stop, hold up. That type of energy. This is showing up in your hopes. So some of you want to make a decision and move forward and start investing your time and energy elsewhere or into the connection, whatever. But there is a huge blockage here, indecisiveness, that's not allowing this to move forward. And it's like not really being able to do that. Okay. So some of you want the ability to, I could see why you would want a spiritual reading, right? Because my best advice to you, Taurus, to get to the solution to this is to get to know yourself a little bit better on a spiritual level. And a lot of people initially come to tarot because they want to find out how someone else feels. Only to, if you watch tarot enough and the right reader long enough, what you'll end up coming away with is a deeper knowing of yourself. And it's not really even so much about the other person, because let's go back to the original message. You attract to you what you're vibrating. You set your tuner to the radio station that you want, okay? And so if you don't know who you are, you know, if you haven't done that digging into yourself and your own thought patterns and why you think the way that you think, then your radio station's all over the place and you're getting all these crazy results, or people are showing you all these sides to them that it's confusing, you know. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. So this person is the Four of Swords and the High Priestess, and their hopes, they want to feel in alignment. They want peace of mind, okay? They want healing. They want rest. This person's restless, I think, right now, and they're wanting to feel rested. Let's look at most likely future outcome, Taurus, and see what you got going on there. Most likely future outcome. Now, this is based on free will, so you can change it based on your actions as well as this person. Wow. Okay. So you have the Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. I heard working on it. You're working on it. So some of you are working on getting to know yourself. Good for you, Taurus. Maybe this has caused that desire within you to think outside of the box and reach for more, right? Because this is like working on, I heard past transgressions, okay? Or something that maybe you've had some of y'all have speech impediments or something. I'm not making fun of you at all. I do too, kind of. But I keep tripping over my words. This is like working on self, letting go of things that drain you, okay? And not having this desire to figure everything out for everyone. Some of you have your focus on forgiveness, okay? Or working on healing something around a loss here. And then you have the Four of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Strength. So you're going to get it together. You know, this ain't going to be forever. This is just a blip in time. So I feel like some of you need to take that time out to get to know yourself spiritually, to meditate, listen to things that make you feel good, do things that make you feel good. You know, stop putting off things that are good for you. Go take the walk. Take that bubble bath. Meet that friend. Go for that dinner. You know, cancel plans when you want to. Just do it. It feels good. You know, as I'm hearing, take a load off it. Take a load for free. Right on me. Man, that's an old song. I'm not even sure those are the right words. But here's stability coming in. That's the good news. This is like doing things that satisfy you and that giving you strength. So some of you, you know, you are doing that work and things are kind of like coming into place. Some of you are coming into union with this person if it is like twin flamey type stuff. But not all of you. This is just like finding appreciation for the things that provide you stability and giving your focus to that, okay? And finding satisfaction in that, satisfaction in your surroundings, home, family, whatever. And that making you feel more strong and confident about the decisions that you're about to make or will be making during this time frame. So this person's most likely future outcome, 7 of Wands, 10 of Cups. Four of Wands. I just had an epiphany. And it is not even about this reading. But I'm going to share it with you. Because I guess you could probably benefit from it. How you feel about other people is what you're most likely to receive from them. That's why they say you can't hide your true feelings. Not from the universe. Because the universe don't hear what you say. It hears what you mean. So you ever tried to make someone that you don't like think that you like them? You know, like a boss or like a coworker, like you just know you can't stand that person, but you want to keep the peace, so you try to smile. Yeah, you're not fooling anyone. Well, you might be fooling that person, but you're not fooling the universe because the universe hears what you mean. And I'm not saying force yourself to like something you don't like, Taurus. I'm just saying be aware that when you carry that dislike, that distaste in your mouth, it creates a vibrational set point that calls forth more that is like that to you. More things to be disgusted about. And that could be a message for you or this person. But like, as I'm doing this reading, it just popped into my mind on a personal note, how I have been attracting that out of someone because of the thoughts I've been thinking about them, which aren't the most positive. And so that was an epiphany for me and for you. And maybe for your cross-watcher. I don't know. That's what I mean about doing the inner work. If you want a different response, you got to think and feel differently. And how do you do that? You got to do the inner work. You got to ask yourself the deeper questions. Why do I feel this way? Why? Do I want to change it? Am I okay with the way it is? You know. Oh my gosh, this is a long reading. Okay, so 7 of Wands, 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands, the King of Wands in the reverse for this person. This person is going into this space. This person is doing exactly what I gave you the advice to do, which is they are kind of creating this safe space around them by diverting their attention from the things that are obtrusive to them. Didn't I get that word earlier? Or that are hurtful to them, and giving their attention to the things that they're grateful for and the things that feel good to them through other relationships, family, friend, whatever. Maybe this relationship, I don't know. And that helping to create some more stability in this person. But I do feel a bit of an attitude, okay, with the King of Wands in reverse here. Maybe this person just got, maybe they got an attitude problem. Hell, I don't know. But I definitely got the word attitude. It's all about the attitude. Thank you. That's what it is. It's all about their attitude. Well, that's what I was just saying. It's all about, well, no, it's all about how you think and feel, but that creates your attitude, doesn't it? And then I heard the attitude of gratitude. The attitude of gratitude is the key to being able to elevate above this confusion and get closer to the union, the solution, whatever it is that you're wanting out of the connection, okay? Wow. Wow. So let's see. Law of attraction. What does it? Law of attraction have to say about this? Oh, wow. I cannot read all of those. I'll read the full of this one because it came out on top. And the short of these two. This says, our diversity supports our individual freedom. So this card is encouraging you to see the difference in others as a benefit to you and as opposed to an annoyance. This says, I can replace false premises with law-based premises. This is saying that it's simpler than you think, okay? If you can pay attention to what you're giving thought to and then determining whether that thought feels good, now you're way ahead of the game, okay, when it comes to attracting what you want. And this is the one I'm going to read fully. It says, attempting to control others attracts more to be controlled. It's easy to understand how you would come to the conclusion that your path to feeling good is through influencing or controlling the behavior of others. But as you attempt to control them through influence or coercion, you discover that not only can you not contain them, but your attention to them brings more people like them into your experience. You simply cannot get where you want to be by attempting to control or eliminate the unwanted. So how can you feel better than understanding that you can control how you feel about them? That's how. Wow, Taurus, long, super duper long reading, but I hope that you enjoyed it. Zodiac signs that you could be dealing with. I've got Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, Scorpio again, Libra, Pisces, Leo, Aquarius again. And Leo, Virgo. Okay, those are the primary zodiac signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it can be any Cancer is here as well. And Libra, if I didn't say that. Those can be in your birth chart or the birth chart of the person you're dealing with. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You could find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do go live there as well. Tarot Time with Dana, all of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube. Where you can find the donation link. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so there. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very best, Taurus. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.